Should you scout for Barry and Infernape? Are they any good? Guys, first things first, this is a paid scout. This is a mixed scout if you do not have any paid gems. If you're not planning to get any paid gems, then say goodbye to this sync pair. You cannot get him except through the mixed scout, which requires paid gems. And if you do have paid gems, well, you have 9 chances to scout for him every single day with a mixed scout or with a sync pair scout times 1, times 3, and a times 5. So, the best way to scout for him, I guess, would be to have like 291 scout points at the moment. At least that's what I have for now. As you might know, mixed scouts rotate every few months. If I'm not mistaken, every like 3 months, but I'm not too sure. And we've had a Cantro trio with red, then blue, then leaf. Then we had the Sino trio. We had Lucas first, then Dawn, then Barry. So this is the third of the trio. So I'm curious who we're getting next. Next year, because this banner ends or last day is on December 31. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Field Strike for the first Kanto trio, that it became like Field Sprint. I might be wrong, I forgot. But I'm pretty sure the Sino trio is Field Sprint. So who knows what the next trio will be? We'll have to see on January 1, or rather a few days before January 1 when the Datamine comes out. But this is a Field Sprint unit. And I'm kind of frustrated at the number of field units we've had in this update. We have Irida is a field unit. We're getting the Genie trio, which are field units and support units, which I have yet to make videos of them, but they're all field units. And then we have Volo, which is also a field unit. So many field units in this update. Hiya. But, let's just deal with it. This is a mixed scout again. Mixed scouts, you have a chance of getting past mixed scouts, you have a chance of getting seasonals, you have a chance of getting poke fairs, you have a chance of getting variety sync pairs, you have a chance of getting what else? Except master fairs, except arc suit fairs, except EX master fairs, they will not be available in the mixed scout. So, if you are missing a couple of sync pairs, well, I have gotten some random rare sync pairs every now and then. So maybe the mix scout might be good. But now, guys, with the introduction of the new updated, Pokemon Day Happy Scout, which now introduces Poke Fairs into the mixed seasonal sync pairs and even Master Fairs at 2,500 paid gems on Pokemon Masters Day. That might be a better idea now, because if I'm not mistaken, the 2,500 paid gems guarantees you 1 limited unit. If I'm not mistaken, 1 limited unit, because if I'm not mistaken as well, the sync pairs in that roster, in the 2,500 paid gems roster, are only limited units. But then, we already have the Poke Fair, guaranteed Poke Fair scout tickets that we're getting every now and then. We're getting a Master Fair guaranteed ticket as well. So maybe now Poke Fairs and limited units are not that rare compared to before. And the game has kind of learned some lessons from the complaints of the 5th year anniversary, giving us 500 scout points. The EX Master Fairs this month have been much, much better now that you can get Poke Fairs together with scouting for these Master Fairs. So the game has kind of seen the light in some way, although I'm not sure if it's too late, because a lot of people have already left the game. But yeah, that's my take on these mixed scouts. They have quite a lot of value in the past, but now with the changes that were introduced, I'm not sure what I will think now. But anyway, this is a field sprint unit. That means if you 6-star EX him, you will get an extended fighting zone. And if you give him the EX roll, he will give you the sync move countdown -3. Let's take a look at his kit. I forgot to put a zoom in version of this. Let me just try and quickly get that for you guys. How do I get this for you guys right now? Let me see. Give me a sec, guys. I should make this little, make this larger, and just zoom in a little bit and widescreen this. Okay. Let us take a look at his kit right now. In terms of stats at level, I do not want to see level 200 stats. So level 140 stats, you have 336 attack stat. Quite speedy. You got passive skills. Hood's got time to count, reduces the sync move countdown -1 when it uses Fighting Wish, and raises your physical moves up next effect by 2 stat ranks when it uses Fighting Wish. Kind of similar to Lucas as well as Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. Powers up the user's close combat. The user's stats cannot be lowered. The stats cannot be lowered is a good thing, I guess. And then lowers the opponent's target attack and special attack -1 when you hit the opponent with close combat. Okay? So close combat normally lowers your defense and special defense. But then you have impervious built in, plus the opponent cannot lower your stats. That's pretty nice. And then fighting zone and hit, free move next 9. When there's fighting zone, you will get a free move next every single time you attack. Okay, very typical. Okay, close combat, hits one opponent. Fighting wish, you know what that does. Flaming rock smash is activated when it is fighting zone. You can use this twice, and it will deactivate when it's no longer fighting zone. It will lower the opponent's defense -4. It will lower the opponent's fighting type rebuff -1. And I am not sure now if I kind of think back to Dawn and Lucas. Do they have like lowered rebuff of the opponent? I do not remember. I just remember like defense down -6 or something like that. I don't have time to check Lucas and Dawn. But I guess getting or giving the opponent a fighting type rebuff, and you can do this twice, will have the opponent receive 0.5 times or 1.5 times more damage from fighting type attacks. That's pretty good. And then you have I Believe in You, which you can use on yourself to raise your attack stat +4, raise your critical hit rate to max, and give you a super effective up next effect. You probably want an MP refresh for this one to get your attack stat to max, as well as give yourself super effective up next effect again. So again, I said, with the 6-star EX, you get to extend the fighting zone. With the EX roll, you get to lower your sync move countdown. That's very typical of this sync pair. I like the fighting type rebuff that you can give the opponent, but let's see what else he can do. I have close combat move gauge refresh. You have flame proof. Okay, since he's technically a fire type. 2 out of 5, you got Brawling Acceleration to speed up your move gauge. Brawling Healing to recover HP when there's Fighting Zone. Flaming Rock Smash, move gauge refresh 9. I mean, it's just a 2 move gauge attack anyway, and your speed stat is pretty high and not really that important for me. You have Gobsmack 4, 50% chance of confusing the opponent when you use an attack. Okay? I Believe in You MP refresh. This is the one that I think is necessary for him. Natural Remedy, Quick Cure, and Trip up 9 to lower the opponent's speed stat every single time you attack the opponent. Okay? 3 out of 5. Close combat hit, sync move, boost up 1/9. Whenever you attack the opponent, your next sync move is going to be 10% stronger. And if you hit the opponent like 9 times, because sync move countdown, starts at 9. So you have a 90. Normally, you just hit the opponent 3 times anyway. So probably every sync turn, you get to have your sync move 30% stronger if you decide to go for Barry for that one. Fierce Entry 2 will be helpful if you do not want I Believe in You MP refresh. Although I think I want that I Believe in You MP refresh for the super effective up next effect. Fighting Zone or Fighting Zone Extension extends the duration of Fighting Zone, helpful together with the 6-star EX field roll. And plus, I'm not that concerned about the length of regular zones versus EX zones. I really dislike EX zones for how short they are. And this one, regular zone, not really a problem at all. Do we have EX Fighting Zone already though? Um, I'm not sure. How? I'm not with so many sync pairs that we have now. Do we have a fighting sync pair with EX Fighting Zone? Tell me in the comment section because I cannot remember. You have a Fighting Zone sync moves up 9, 90% stronger sync move damage. That's together or on top of the 1.5 times or 50% stronger sync move damage that you already get from Fighting Zone, having Fighting Zone itself. Furious Brawn, the higher your attack stat is, the stronger your close combat as well as Flaming Rock Smash is gonna be. And remember, your passive skill will already power up your close combat. Your Fighting Zone will already power up your attacks. Head Start 1, okay? I Believe in You, Mighty Physical Boost 9 to raise your physical moves up next effect +1 when you use I Believe in You on anyone. So you can use I Believe in You on any of your sync pairs, but you yourself will receive the physical moves up next effect +2 even if you use this on another ally, which makes your next attack 80% stronger. Soften Up 1 lands critical hits more easily with your sync move, and then there's no end fighting impact. 2 of them to power up your sync move to a power +50 bonus or something like that. So this sync pair is very, very 2020. When did rebuffs come out? 2023, in my opinion. Nothing exactly crazy about this sync pair except for the fighting type rebuff, I think. Fighting Zone, we already have a couple of sync pairs. Hop can do that easily. If you use Aura Cynthia, by using her sync move, she can bring in Fighting Zone. So nothing too crazy about the Fighting Zone, for a Fighting Zone setter. But the fighting type rebuff might be quite helpful. We have a sync pair that can already do that, which is Champion Rosa and Meluetta. And the fighting type rebuff that she can give the opponent is AoE, can hit every single one. This one can only hit one opponent, but you can at least give fighting type rebuff twice at least because you have 2 MP for your Flaming Rock Smash. Now, Rosa and Meluetta can also bring in Fighting Zone. So I'm not sure, maybe it would be nice to have them paired up. I find it also kind of strange that you can, confuse the opponent with Gobsmack 4, but then there's no multiplier in terms of the opponent getting confused, although we rarely see that. I usually see the confusion multiplier. I forgot what it's called already. When it's a fall unit, it's a, Halloween unit. There's usually a confusion multiplier. But for this one, you can confuse the opponent, but there's no confusion multiplier. But, when the opponent's confused, if you have Champion Rosa paired up, every single time she hits a confused opponent at a certain move level, you can get to debuff the opponent. And I think she also has Curative Confusion, which can recover some health. So maybe pairing them up would be a nice idea. I do not know. And yeah, that's basically what I can say about Barry and Infernape. Nothing too crazy in my opinion. He is very 2023. His kit is 2023. And with 2024 is the introduction of, I don't know, the arc suits. And then 2025 with the introduction of the Terrestrialization, Terra moves and stuff. So I'm not too crazy about him, but I'm excited to get a copy of him because I have 291 scout points right now for Barry and Infernape. So I'm gonna get him on day 1. So if Barry's your favorite sync pair, then definitely scout for him. If not, well, you can scout if you have paid gems. If you do not have paid gems, you have no choice but to get paid gems if you want to scout for him. Other than that, he drops on the exact same day as Anniversary Gloria. So good luck getting Anniversary Gloria, which is later as well, or the next reset with my cute Cinderace. Cool. And I think I haven't tested her yet because I got shafted on the times 25. But I heard that she's really, really, really good for those who already have her. Plus, the first sync pair to get a triple sync buff. You know, those things excite me. But Barry's kit just is boring and nothing significant. I mean, if his attacks can hit everyone, Mixed Red kind of excites me because he can hit everyone with his buddy move. He can hit everyone with his normal attack. Same thing for Leaf. Same thing for Blue with their mixed counterparts. But I'm not too much of a fan of the Sinnoh mixed trio. And I hope that the next mixed trio would be a nice, much more exciting trio, whatever they are gonna be, whatever region. And until then, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something or you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section my questions. What do we have a sync pair that can bring in fighting EX fighting zone? I don't exactly remember. Koraidon? Now that I think of it, does Koraidon bring in EX Fighting Zone? Or does he bring in Sun? Kieran? Now that I think of it, we do have quite a number of sync pairs that kind of came out recently. Kieran, does he bring in EX Fighting Zone? I forgot. My mind is so messed up right now. But anyway, guys, if you want to help me support the channel, this is my coffee page, coffee.com/splgum, or join my Patreon and my members. Click on the join button. Thank you very much to these awesome people for your continued support. And until then, I am going to bed a little bit earlier. No, it's not early. It's 2:30 now. I thought I would be sleeping early, but anyway. See you in the next one. Rawr.